Hello, what's papping? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm just gonna be talking about my thoughts on Witch Clean. I know it's came out 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to wait till the raid came out to really see what I thought of this expansion for Destiny 2. I'm gonna start off with the story content. I thought the story was mid. Every Destiny fan's like, oh my god, the story's amazing. And it's like, the lore they added, yeah, it's pretty cool. But the actual story itself is kind of boring. I played through it twice. I played through it once on my Warlock and once on my Titan. And honestly, it was only eight story missions. It took me about 4 or 5 hours to do it on each character. It felt very lackluster, you know? But most Destiny 2 campaigns do. So I wasn't expecting anything crazy. The raid I have not played yet, but the raid looks absolutely fantastic. It looks beautiful. It looks like a fun ass raid. Not high enough light to do it, and I don't really want to log on and get high enough light to do it. So those are the things that I thought were good or decent about the campaign. Well, this expansion. So now I'm going to talk about my frustrations with not only this expansion, but Destiny in general. I love Destiny. I've been playing it since it was in beta for Destiny 1. I absolutely love this game, but this DLC kind of sucks. Now I know there's probably people watching this video like, oh, how could you say that? How could you say that? And the reason I think that it sucks is because of the lack of replayable content they added. I think the story mission, the legendary story mission's a great idea, but it's like, who's going to go back and play those? I'm sorry, but it seems like kind of a one and done thing. Like, you're going to play the legendary story missions and you're not going to go back unless there are rewards. They added, I think, 1 or 2 new strikes, which I played one of the new strikes, which just had the same final boss as a Taken King strike with just some Crota mechanics. It really, overall, just kind of felt like a shitty strike. And since that's the only one they added, it's like all the other strikes still the same. It's like, this is a big DLC. There should be at least a good 3 or 4, maybe 5 strikes. And they're just not there. They said they were going to focus on Gambit this season, but the few Gambit matches I did play were probably the worst Gambit has ever been. Honestly, at this point, I don't know why they have Gambit in the game. Nobody likes it. People only play it for the rewards or to get the Dredgen title. My biggest issue with this DLC, they didn't add any new Crucible maps. They brought back 2 Crucible maps, but they are the worst Crucible maps in the game. Why the fuck did they decide to bring back Vostok? Nobody likes that map. It sucks. It's a bad map. It's awful. And they brought it back. Why? And didn't add any new maps. Sure, there are a bunch of new guns but I'm tired of playing the same maps, dude. Sure, I might be using different guns and stuff, but it's still the same maps. I know where all the spawns are. I know how to spawn trap people. It's become boring. And I think for me, as a mainly PvP player, it's frustrating that we haven't gotten any new content in 3 years. It feels like Bungie just doesn't care about its own community, especially its PvP community. They add stuff that the PvE community likes and wants. They rarely ever listen to the PvP community, which is on life support at this point. Not even enjoyable to play Crucible anymore. I don't even think that's because I'm necessarily burnt out. I just think it's because there's no new experiences to be had. Yeah, sure, I can use a new weapon, but it's just a different archetype with different perks, and it's like, okay, sure, but I've already used that archetype before on a map like this before with the same perks before. There's no reason for me to play anymore, and it's really sad because I I love Destiny 2, but this DLC it really let me down. I tried not to get my hopes up before it, but I ended up getting my hopes for it, and I wasn't even gonna buy this DLC, but I saw the Vidoc and I was like, this looks so cool, and now I'm just like, I don't even want to play it. And most of my friends who play the game, it's like, now that they've beaten the raid, they're just playing Elden Ring. They're not even playing the game anymore. There's nothing to keep players coming back. And I think that's the issue with Witch Clean. The content they added is fantastic, but there's no reason to keep playing or to come back to the game right now. And I really hope Bungie does add more strikes, more Crucible maps, more Gambit maps, the stuff that is replayable content into the game in the next year or so. Because if they don't, I genuinely think people would just drop this game. I'm about ready to drop this game. It's really upsetting. Anyways, I'm also going to make this like a little update at the end. I do be streaming on Twitch now, so go follow my Twitch channel. Links in the description. Also, if you want to talk with me, talk with the community, join my Discord. What are you doing? It's a fun place. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thanks for just listening to my thoughts and feelings. Also, more videos coming soon.